Hey guys, welcome back to my new video that is from my new series about redesigning Greek mythology characters. This is already the second episode/video from this series, but don't worry, I will put link to the first video at the end of this video so you won't miss it. And as you have probably already guessed it from the title and from the miniature and from everything else, my today's victim is going to be Hades himself. I'm kind of excited for this video because Hades is mainstreamingly said one of my favorites. So yeah, without further ado, let's start and I will talk along the way. So I would start with the mythology first and then I will go on to talk about my design choices. Anyway, let's start with Hades' quite traumatic childhood that he went through. And traumatic it is because after he was born alongside with his siblings that were Poseidon, Demeter, Hestia and Zeus, but this does not include Zeus. So everyone except Zeus, after they were born, they were eaten by their father, Titan Kronos. So yeah, not the best start, I would say. But after Zeus, who was the only one who was not eaten or like swallowed, he was brave enough to kill his father and eventually save all of his siblings. And afterwards, the domains were separated between the three brothers. So Hades got the dead stuff, Poseidon got the wet stuff, and Zeus got the rest. I would say it like that. And yeah, that's basically the traumatic childhood. But now probably the most famous thing that Hades did, and he's the most well known for, is kidnapping Persephone to the underworld and then later marrying her and making her queen of the underworld. But I just feel like everything that or like everywhere that Hades is portrayed in, like movies, TV series, everything that is like more official than like webtoons or something like fan arts, I just feel like Hades is always the bad one, even though, like, you know, kidnapping someone is not the best thing to do. Let's say that. But you know, like Hades in Disney Hercules, which I love that version of Hades, but again, it's like, you know, why would you make him bad? Why would you do that? But to be clear, I love that version of Hades. I basically just watched I always watch Hercules just because of Hades, to be fully honest. So I just want with this design and with the point of Hades, or the point of why I'm doing Hades, is because I'm working on, as I said in the previous video, I'm working on a project of mine where Hades is actually one of the main characters. So and I just want to give him a justice that he's not really that bad of a person, besides the kidnapping part. Because I just still feel like even though he kidnapped one person, then there is Zeus who did stuff without consent with like 30 or more people and conceived children that he did not really take care of, and all the women that he, as I said, slept with were punished by Hera for basically nothing. So yeah, Hades is not the best but not the worst, let's put it like that. Anyway, also I would say the reason why Hades is mostly portrayed like the villain or like the bad one from all of the gods is because, like, you know, the underworld is just associated with death and dead people and souls and darkness and all the bad stuff, basically. I would say that's the reason, because like death is not really well, sometimes it's the best option, but you know, it's scary and you know, everything. But to be clear, Hades was also able to like give life, so even though someone was dead down in the underworld, he was still able to, you know, give him life. Yeah, that makes sense. Because there was a myth about Orpheus and Eurydice, which I hope I'm pronouncing right, where Eurydice was, I think, bitten by a snake or something like that. She just died very suddenly, and Orpheus was really sad because they were in love. Eventually, Orpheus really, you know, was like, you know, I want to bring her back because I love her. I don't want to, you know, be without her. So he found a way to the underworld. He went there and he was like, you know, hey Hades, maybe you should, you know, give me my girlfriend back, or wife, I'm not sure right now, or maybe just a lover. just give me my girl back. You know, I'm like, I just really want her. So Hades was like, oh yeah, right, okay, I will give you the girl back, but there was the but. You can take her, but on the way from the underworld, like back to Earth, she will go like behind you, but you shouldn't like turn around and like see her in her like, I don't know, a ghost form or something. And Orpheus was like, you know, okay, fine. But sadly enough, Orpheus on the way back to Earth, he turned around, so Eurydice dissolved into air, and he was not able to take her back to Earth, so she would be alive again. So yeah, he kind of messed up for himself. So that was the one. I think there was like more not attempts, more situations where Hades was doing kind of a Uno reverse card, where he was making people go back to life, well, he does not kill people, he's just, you know, kind of checking them into the underworld. So yeah, that is kind of me giving justice to Hades. So yeah, and maybe now more about the design itself. So the thing that I want to talk about first when it comes to the design is the tattoo slash scar slash symbol thing that he has on his chest. And I was doing quite a lot of research around this, and I still am kind of not sure if it is like correct, but I've been, as I said, the research around it, I was like, yeah, you know, I think I found something that is actually kind of correct. And the thing that he has on his chest, I'm still not sure if I want it to be like a tattoo or maybe like a scar kind of thing. It is something between now, so let's keep it like that. And it is like Hades' symbol, or yeah, symbol that like represents Hades. So I was like, you know, why not to give him something like that, like a tattoo, or as I said, scar, or just something that will stay on him and is not like temporary. And very, very similar symbol is also on the skull that he has on his shoulder, that is not really visible from the side like this, but basically the symbol that he has on his chest is also on the skull. The only difference is that the U shape that is on top is upside down. On the it is kind of like, you can see like it being turned upside down, but it's not like really visible. But it was really kind of visible when I did Hades for Inktober. I'm gonna put the drawing here. And that is even, it's very similar to Hades' symbol, but that upside down thing, or like the whole thing with the upside down U shape, is Kronos' symbol, which, as I said previously, was Hades' father. And I was like, you know, let's make this a little bit more twisted. So the skull that he has, that Hades has on his shoulder, is not originally Kronos' skull. This is like it's like a real human skull, but it is just low budget version of Kronos' skull, because the real Kronos' skull that was left from Kronos himself is actually or Hades has it in his office in the underworld. So when you enter his office, he has like, right in front of you there's like his table, some papers, or like, you know, stuff, underworld administration stuff, and behind on the wall there is like gigantic, enormous, huge Kronos' skull. So I think that's kind of cool. So yeah, this is just kind of a rip-off that Hades made for himself. And also the scar that Hades has on his face is from the time when Zeus was saving him and his other siblings from Kronos. It was an accident, but it just happened. And also when I was designing Hades, I got inspired by kind of like punkish, emo kind of aesthetic slash outfits that I found on Pinterest. And I also wanted to make Hades not so complex like with the design, since at the time that I was designing this, which was kind of a long time ago, like at least several months, I knew I'm gonna do something where he is going to be like one of the main characters. So I knew I'm gonna draw him a lot. So I didn't want to make myself suffer in the future, so I was trying to make it as simple as possible, but not as simple so it wouldn't be like too simple. So it would be a good balance of being, you know, okay to draw a lot, but still okay to look at when it comes to the complexity of stuff. And as I'm speaking right now, I feel in the future I will want to do as well like more like formal slash more king-like outfit, because this is like Hades' casual stuff that he wears usually when he's checking deaf people to the underworld, and that he wears basically like most of the time, because as I said, casual outfit. But if he's doing like more fancy stuff like the king stuff, when he's sitting on his throne and doing like, you know, the fancy stuff, then I feel he will need like, as I said, something just more fancy. So I think I'm gonna design that in the future as well. Anyway, this is it. This is my version of Hades. I'm pleased, but at the same time I'm kind of sad that I would like to make him more detailed, but at the same time I know I would not be able to draw him as much, or like I would get fed up really quick, because I would be just exhausted by drawing every single detail because of the detailed design that I would do. So this is like the nice middle ground that is okay, I think. But yeah, this is Hades. I really like him, not just as a god, but also as this design. Anyway, I hope you like him as well, because if I will ever release the project that I'm working on currently, you will see him a lot. And by a lot I mean like probably like 90-80% of the time. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoy Greek mythology, I will, as I said, I will put the link to the previous video of me redesigning Greek mythology god or Greek mythology character in the end, and you will be able to watch it as well. So yeah, again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and maybe comment which Greek mythology character slash creature you would like me to do next, because I already have designs for some, but you know, feedback is never a bad thing. So yeah, again, and I said this every time, I'm repeating myself, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe for more content that is coming really soon, hopefully. And I will see you next time. Bye.